See here, if it wants to. Because apparently there's a thing going on at Offkai, which is a VTuber convention basically. And there's like, there's like a little something going around with that, where I'm thinking maybe this isn't exactly the place to promote Fansly, for example, because that is literally something that Offkai was like, hey guys, we have Fansly now. And that they were basically saying like, yeah, what, like, go watch our talents, what do you mean talents? What, showing their booty hole like on stream or on a camera? Wow, talents, so skilled, so filled with talent and passion and, fucking, anyway. But then there's a little thing where people are basically saying like, hey, why do guys hate so much on sex? Why are people demonizing sex? And it's not that we're demonizing sex though. And for me personally, I also did a thing, made a little post again being transparent that sex is not the issue. It's not that we demonize sex, it's the practices around sex that we hate. Not sex as much, like no one really hates sex, to be honest. As is the Gooner Convention, no it is not, we are the anti-Goon Convention. But yeah, basically here I said, in my opinion, sex is great. It's the ultimate way to connect with your loved one, to profess your love in a way that you won't do to anyone else, and it's fun too. The issue isn't sex. The issue is people using sex as a means for clout and money while they primarily profit off of lonely men who are desperate for love. Especially nowadays, dating is so shitty that birth rates are dropping, intimacy is gone, and relationships are difficult to achieve because of how distant and divisive people have become. And people who sell their IRL or online bodies see this epidemic as a target market to profit off of. I don't think that it's right to use people's loneliness and desperation for love as a means for money. That is the biggest issue that the vast majority of people have who, quote-unquote, demonize sex. But like I said, sex is fun, and it is filled with passion. I don't hate sex. I love sex, lots of it even, to the point that I'd love to have it daily for hours on end, but on the grounds of having it with the people that you love without farming something off of it. That's like the whole thing. That is my whole idea on this whole sex thing. But the problem is that people turn that as a means for basically farming off of the loneliness of men, basically, and it's disgusting. I don't think that's okay. And they make it more and more acceptable for people to profess or state extremely over-the-top gooner fantasies and things like that. Like, for example, the one that I called out yesterday, that was saying I would like to have a leash around my neck and I'm gonna be called a good boy as I like it and stuff like that I'm thinking, what are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Holy shit. So it's stuff like that I'm against, right? It's okay to be a sexual person. That is okay. But when it comes to these extreme fetishes and that gets glorified and that it gets promoted, I don't think that's okay. I really don't think that's okay. And whatever you do in your private life or your private shenanigans, sure, do whatever, as long as it is morally okay. Don't do stuff with children or animals for that matter, right? Those kind of things make sense, commonsensical things. But anything else, whatever you do, if you like shoving stuff up your ass, who am I to say that you can't do that? But aside from that, just be yourself and enjoy the things that you enjoy. But that doesn't mean that the entire world needs to know, hey guys, I like having leashes around my neck and I like being called a good boy. It's what the fuck? There's a time and place for everything. What was that? Was that in Pokemon with the bike that you use? There's a time and place for everything, including this. So that's why, again, the whole gooner simp mentality that people have, and especially in the VTubing scene, is something that is a little bit going too crazy. And again, the idea that Offkai is saying hey guys, come watch our VTubers in the whatever the fuck panel thing here. So here, your next Oshi is waiting. We're excited to announce that Fansly is joining Offkai. Come find them in the exhibitor hall and meet some of their incredible talent. I'm thinking the exhibitor hall, the main hall. Is this just gonna be you have random artists here, random artists there? Here's another VTuber. There's not a VTuber, and then boom, right in the middle of Fansly stuff. Is that how it's going to be? Because that's how I see these things. That's how I read this. It's not saying like, hey, we have a specific section for that, which by the way, in Belgium, in a convention that we have, which is called Facts, it has a separate 18 plus section where children are not allowed, obviously, where it is moderated. Here, it doesn't sound like it is, and that's worrying. That's really worrying. So this is a little bit worrying. Well, a little bit, quite worrying. And especially saying things like, oh yeah, find your Oshi at Fansly. Your Fansly is the best 18 plus site to find your next Oshi, and so much more. And the funny part is that people are defending this in the sense of that they are saying, like, yeah, but Fansly is not only for 18 plus stuff. And then here you literally see it for yourself. Fansly is the best 18 plus site to find your next Oshi. And people say like, yo, no, but Fansly isn't just for 18 plus stuff. I mean, if there are plenty of social media platforms or just streaming platforms or video or content creation platforms that are not specifically 18 plus where you can do that stuff. But Fansly is known for primarily 18 plus content. Why are people trying to defend this? Like, but yeah, we're not all lewd. We're not all sexual on Fansly. Why don't you just use Patreon then? Why don't you just use Patreon? Why don't you just use Patreon then? Why use Fansly? Again, Fansly is for lewd content. I don't know, like I know different people that used to be friends of mine, by the way, and well, one of them is still a friend, that use Fansly. And all of them do like super lewd stuff. They basically do VR chat porn, basically. Like, I don't know a single person that uses Fansly specifically for non-pornographic or like NSFW stuff. What are you doing? What do you mean that, oh yeah, but Fansly is not just for non-NSFW stuff? Again, there's other platforms you can use that make things a lot easier to do so. Just use like Patreon or something like that, or like a GoFundMe, or just, you know, Twitch, Kick, Rumble, YouTube, anything. You know, why are people defending this? It's so stupid. But again, then this fucking thing, like, come find them in the exhibitor hall and meet some of their incredible talent. What fucking talent? What do you mean talent? There is no talent to be seen whenever people do shit on fucking Fansly or OnlyFans. Same shit. Same fucking thing. It's just another paywall for lonely, horny men to be farmed by their Oshi because they know that their Oshi is, you know, not the other way. It's the other way around. Their Oshi knows that they can get away with farming all of the loneliness and desperation of love within men, and therefore they're like, oh yeah, cool, easy money, and that's what they do. That's what they do. So it's so stupid to see that, again, what the fuck is this? And that's why, again, I keep saying, I said it multiple times, many times, where I said that the Vtubing stand is becoming more about like sex and selling virtual booty and titty pics online to farm off of lonely dudes. Like, again, call me crazy. It's literally like, it's becoming more and more of a standard that it is like, this is going to be the thing. If you're a VTuber, like, it's gonna be a thing. If we keep things this way, the way that it is going, the Vtubing scene is basically gonna be like, oh, you're a VTuber, 9 or 10 times you're gonna have a Fansly or OnlyFans or some kind of NSFW promotion thing going on as well. I don't think that should be a standard. It absolutely should not. That is not, in my opinion, what VTubing is all about. It absolutely should not be a fucking standard. Again, call me crazy as much as you want, but I told you so. I literally told you so. It's so fucking stupid though. And I think I also posted it like in something, maybe it was in Tabithash, I don't know. Or like some kind of conversation thing, maybe in the chamber, where there's like this thing of Vexoria and what's her name, Beifei, whatever the fuck it is, where they were like doing these things, and there's PNGs of dicks basically going up and down, and they're trying to like lick each other, and this is basically what they were doing is just like move their bottle up and down, like just doing this motion and stuff like that, and fucking dudes pay for this. What is this? What are you doing? What are you doing? It's so silly though. It's so silly, and people pay for that. People pay for that. Why are you, again, why is this a thing? Why are people paying for this? And it, like, they know, like, people who do that kind of content know that they can make easy money off of that because of how desperate people are for any kind of fucking action. It's so sad. I mean, they also fall into the trap that it is easy money. It is easy money, and they know that they can get away with it. And even those that don't have OnlyFans, but still post and promote lewd content, where people are just like, posting lewd poses and extremely revealing, models for, again, basically as clickbait. It's clickbait and just goonbait, basically. And they know that they're getting away with it because it generates clicks and money. That's why they do it. Why else would you do it? Indeed, it's indeed, like, Bubba, you make a good point. Like, sex is basically at an all-time low, in a sense of, like, dating is basically fucked, like, in the non-fucky physical way. But dating is fucked because of, like, how distant people have become, how relationships are extremely difficult to come by. Everyone is, like, so fucking picky. If there's anything negative about a person, then instantly that's a no-go. It's so stupid that people are not accepting of the flaws of someone. And that is a thing that is just stupid. And not only that, like, also there are less and less incentives basically towards people actually dating or getting married, for that matter, because it's just not appealing at this time. It's not appealing to do any kind of things like in terms of marriage and relationships and stuff like that. And people like going like the easy way at some point. People like going the easy way, so that's like, yeah, I just want to have the perfect boyfriend or the perfect girlfriend or something along those lines. And in the moment that there is any kind of flaw, instantly that's like a turn off. And it's so sad to see. Like people would rather date someone who is in their eyes perfect. Like, if someone would be like a very kind person, right? A very kind person, dedicated, loyal, things and that, but doesn't look as attractive, that person, no chance whatsoever. But if someone is a dickhead and is like known to be a fucking dickhead and is basically a horrible person but looks like sexy as hell, infinitely more chances to get laid or infinitely more chances to get a relationship. And that is a sad thing. And that's why, again, especially with how accessible the internet is, how accessible porn is for that matter, people really like to turn to that because it's the only way, or one of the few ways or easily accessible ways to kind of be in a world where they would like to be IRL, but they can't because no one wants to do it with them. And that's just a really sad part. That's just really sad to see, because I genuinely believe that everyone deserves love. Everyone deserves to have a fruitful relationship where people feel loved for who they are, where people can basically grow all together, but it's just not appealing for people to do so. And that's why people turn to porn, whether it is by selling it or by consuming it. So